Good morning. It's again time for our daily 2-minute Bible reading and thought. I'm going to read from the 38th chapter of Job, verses 1 through 11. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind, "Who is this that darkens counsel by words without knowledge? Gird up your loins like a man, and I will question you, and you shall declare to me. Where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who determined its measurements? Surely you know. Who stretched the line upon it? On what is its basis sunk? Or who laid its cornerstone? When the morning stars sang together and all the heavenly beings shouted for joy? Or who shut the sea with doors? When it burst out from the womb, when I made the clouds its garment and the thick darkness its swaddling band, and prescribed bounds for it, and set bars and doors, and said, Thus far shall you come and no farther, and here shall your proud waves be stopped." May the Lord add a blessing to the word. I heard a story about a little girl who was in school, and the teacher was teaching about blue whales in the science class. And the little girl then raised her hand and questioned the teacher and said, would it be possible for that whale to swallow a human being? And the teacher said, no, that's not possible. The little girl said, in the Bible it says that Jonah was swallowed by a whale. And the teacher got a little bit huffy with her and said, listen, this whale could not swallow a human. It's physically impossible. It has restrictions put into it so that it won't swallow things like that. And the little girl says, well, my Sunday school teacher also said, and she stopped the little girl and kind of got a little sharp with her and said, I've told you it's not possible for this whale to swallow a human being. And wow, the little girl looked at her and said, well, I guess I'll just have to wait till I get to heaven, and then I'll ask Jonah myself. And the teacher said to the little girl, hey, what if Jonah isn't there? And the little girl didn't hesitate at all. And she said to the teacher, well, I guess when you die then you'll have to ask Jonah. Well, we know what's in that little girl's mind and heart, don't we? The reason I'm telling you that, and the reason I read from Job, is I was just thinking this morning about all the uncontrollable things I come up with and all the frustrations that seem to melt away when I realize that God has no limits. God doesn't have the limits I have. God has no bounds. God can do the impossible even though I can't even approach the impossible. And I can be confident when I pray that God will work me through whatever it is I need to be worked through. Even if it's not in the manner or the way that I would want it to be, that when I come out on the other side of that, I'll be closer to God and I'll be closer to the truth in myself. And I'm just so thankful that God is not bound with the same limits that I am, and that my God has a lot bigger muscles than I do. And that gives me a lot of comfort. And I think it probably should give you some comfort too. May God bless us as we face those challenges for today. Amen.